Good evening to everyone. Today we are inviting Honorable Suresh sir. We are Vasudevan Suresh sir, chairperson for National Building Code, and he is into green buildings also. Many roles he is played and is a leading person in the construction industry. So I am inviting him to speak about to the Godrej properties engineers and architects who are taking 15 days rigorous training on real estate and construction. The program will be spanned for 3 weeks. Full-time training will be provided by CMTA from design stage to delivery stage. This is the concept, and they will learn from the design, MEP, construction, all together, and how to handle the customer also they will go through. And it will be a part of classroom training and as well as field training also. The participants are from many IITs and NITs across India. Nearly 200 plus people joined. The training will be at Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, and Gurugram and Noida. Godrej is extremely doing well in residential real estate, and last year they have clocked around 30,000 crores of revenue sales they have done, and this year also they are targeting more than that. That is the reason they are keep on hiring. There is a good housing demand available. So Godrej is top notch real estate company, and they are into green buildings also. I request our Vasudevan sir to take over and give some insights to the young engineers and architects who are going to hit the fields, and they are the future leaders for the real estate industry. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Sure, Kumar. It's such a pleasure to be greeting this young team of resource from prestigious IITs and NITs and young budding engineers and architects who have joined the Godrej group. And Godrej is one of the very leading real estate development agencies with responsible development taken up in all over the country. And I'm happy that they were joined now the Godrej group. And as rightly said by you, the construction industry in general and real estate industry, demographic increase of population, plus also demand for good housing coming, not only for the high income, middle income, and including the low income, affordable housing category as well. And Godrej Group has always done well in this particular sector. And I'm happy that Godrej Group is also leading a organization which has done besides the real estate one on sustainable development on the green building movement, as is the chairman of the Green Business Center under the CII, under which the Indian Green Building Council is working, and other ratings for the Green Pro and Green Co as well. The real estate industry for the construction of not only housing, plus also commercial development, real estate development for parks, IT parks, as well as other data centers and other requirements, is now showing phenomenal amount of demand, not only in the big mega cities, but also in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities in a very large way. And going to over more than around 2.5 crores worth of investment is now coming in this particular sector. And therefore, it is very necessary that optimum and efficient utilization of all the resources are made properly in terms of land, in terms of building materials, in terms of technologies, in terms of all the other resources required, be it in respect of energy or water and other resources to be done for the assembly of development. And there's also an area, as a young group, you should be able to be well equipped for all the stages of the process there, not only at the concept level, at the planning level, design level, construction level, completion level, commission level, and including the post occupancy assets and facility management level as well. And what is good is that these are areas where you'll have to really deal at two segments of the thing. One is resilience against safety, and the second one is sustainability against the environmental concerns. So let me very briefly take the first slice on resilience against safety. All the buildings that you put, residential building or commercial building or school building or hospital building or hotel building, whatever building you take, should be safe against all the loads and forces which are coming on the building. I use the word consciously, some are dead load, live load, impact load, plus also all the forces due to earthquake, forces from below the ground, wind forces from above the ground, cyclones, as well as landslide and tsunami, etc. Depending upon the context in which your particular project is, you'll have to design that particular thing from all concerns in a very large way. And it's also an area which requires to be looked at from the point of structural safety, on structural integrity of the building for designing for all the forces, and also various material forms, including bricks, masonry, concrete, reinforced concrete, pre-stressed concrete, steel, including composite construction, prefab construction, etc., etc., in a very large way. Therefore, it's very necessary that structural stability of the building is an important component. Equally important to structural safety are the issues related to fire safety of the building, namely how buildings, when you build with higher heights of maybe 20 meters, 30 meters, 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, number of stories going up over there, the fire safety and the related concerns have to be important. You have to capture that in a very large way in terms of right level of protection, fire protection, the inbuilt fire protection, and as well as the fire safety from the point of view of sprinklers or wet risers, dry risers, detectors, alarm, etc., etc., are important point which has to be done. Equally important is the electrical safety in building, health safety of the building, and these are all criteria which are to be born. Normally, these are all covered in the National Building Code of India, and even earlier versions of the code, the 70 version, 83 version, the 2005 and 16 version. I am now the chairman of the code. It's a very comprehensive document, guiding document for all concerned in the building sector to do the planning, designing, construction of not only the structure, the non-structural elements, finishes, services, building services like lighting, ventilation, air conditioning, lift installations, ICT installation, and plumbing service of water supply, sanitation, gas supply, solid waste management, and also the right level of building materials to be used for under Part 5 and Part 7 dealing with all constructional practice and safety. And safety of construction is very, very important. So you would understand that it has got information for all that an architect needs in respect of planning of the building, spatial design of the building, of spaces in various floors, depending upon the potential of heights of building, the open spaces around it, as well as the information for the structural engineer to deal with all the loads, forces, and also design of different types of building depending upon locations, because the geoclimatological zone is very, very important. You've got 5 geoclimatological zones. Here also earthquake zones. The latest earthquake map is undergone a major change from as against 5 seismic zones. It has now got 6 seismic zones which has come, especially those which are zone 5 has now become zone 6 in many locations there. And also we have about 6,500 kilometers of coastal areas on the Arabian Ocean side and Bay of Bengal side. So you have to also design for the very heavy winds, which are cyclonic winds which come over there. And there are over 190 districts which are multi-disaster zone, not only with earthquake potential, but also the potential for high winds coming. So forces above the ground and forces below the ground. So all these details are available to the concerned people on the as covered in the National Building Code. All the structural safety and health safety, fire safety, public safety and life safety equally important, because you are providing all the infrastructure required. You're not putting walls and roof alone. You're giving the vertical transportation, lift installation, air conditioning installation, electrical installation in the building, and the fire safety installation. So you have to ensure that all these are properly done, and these are covered in Part 4, Part 8, and Part 9 of the building code. And you get good guidance on the particular thing. I would advise the young ones to be in touch with the latest provisions, codal provisions of what is the right way to go forward, and that will give you a good guidance document. And prestigious building that you have in a very large way, which Godrej is building out, always takes our code compliance in a big way, and it is very important. Code compliance is a very important aspect, and so that what you are giving to the consumers, we can very confidently tell that what you are building is the right way of doing it. That And equally important to the resilience component on all safety aspects is the next component, which is the sustainability. So you're also concerned on environment and ecology, and you're also worried about the various resources that you use for water, energy, the solar or whatever, plus also the waste management related issues. So all these are concerned in the sustainability component. And to me, there are two sides of the same coin. Resilience against safety on one side, which the architect, the structural engineers, the civil engineers, and the MEP engineers, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, firefighting, people deal with that. The other one is the issues on sustainable development or green building movement is a movement started by Godrej himself. So we very know that all council has got the range for all these engagement, the greening of the spaces on horizontal green, vertical green, roof green, and in terms of the right level of impact we produce for mitigating the heat island effect. Heat island effect is the heat that is generated with all the buildings that are coming on a empty land. You have to really give the level of the greens as well as the water bodies to be created in the whole layer. So all the green component is equally an important issue which you people should be able to deal with that in a large. And these ratings are either gold rating or silver rating, depending on how well your particular building proposal takes care of all the parameters on water, on energy, on waste management, including the use of land in a proper way, and using the, depending upon the location, the orientation of the building, so that you use the daylighting in a good way. India has got more than 95% of the time the clear design sky available, as against the foreign countries, most so developed countries, they have the standard overcast sky, the cloud, etc. So use Surya Bhagavan and the light levels in a good way, by the proper orientation. From the east it comes and sets in south. Avoid those particular area, and therefore this aspect will be done in the passive design of the building by the architects, and the right level of technologies for walling and roofing, materials with the right level of thermal shield that is needed on the right U values and R values. I'm sure when you go into it, you'll understand what I'm trying to talk about. So you use the light in, but keep the heat away, the glare away, and how do you design such buildings in a proper way is an important aspect. So these are all the aspects which come in the green building. So you have to take care of resilience on all safety and sustainability from the point of green building together. And normally the architects, the engineers, the green building consultants, sustainability consultants can deal with that. So you find a new professional group coming. Each one of you can become one among them. You're from IITs and NITs and various institutions. You can be a civil engineer or an architect, and you can also be a green building consultant. You can be an IGBC accredited professional by taking an examination, short examination. So along with your BTech, MTech, you can also put IGBC AP along with that. But then you will be a practicing green building professional at the site, because you have to implement all of them at your site level itself. So therefore, it's very necessary that you get a holistic picture of the whole development. And it's also a very marketing point of view. A building to be declared green is equally important. That your platinum rated project on a commercial project, or a bank space, or a IT project, or residential building complex, premium one especially, people will be happy. So the quality of life in that particular project also is substantially good, and therefore people will be ready to, and doesn't have any additional cost coming, very marginal cost. Even if that small marginal cost is there of increase of 1 or 2%, is more than made up over the next 1 or 2 years, because the cost of energy comes down. The amount of energy bill comes down by 30 to 40%. Water consumption comes down in a large way, because you're using all those components to be incorporated in the building design and execution in a very large way. I'm sure you people will enjoy it, especially with a group like Godrej, who are very conscious of bringing only